Good morning, everybody. Steve here from Worley Bugger. Today is August 21st, 2025. I'm standing at the upper bridge in the Farmlands. And as you can see, the river is clear as a bell. I can't remember when I've seen it this clear. So we are in flip-flop mode. Didn't do a report last week because there wasn't much change in anything really. The flip-flop started kind of late last week, started drawing the river down. If you're not familiar with that term, you can look back, and I'll just put the link in the description, and you can do some further research there. But yeah, the river is starting to come down for fall and dropping a little bit every day. It says today this here is about 2,300 cubic feet. So now you can even see the pipe coming out into the river from the gauging station here. So the big concern, of course, is water temperatures, but we've had it pretty nice for the month of August. As far as temperatures go, I mean, it's been pretty cool. Last night, 47 degrees here was the high in Ellensburg, but we are on a swing here, and we're going to see some warm temperatures. It looks like maybe over the next 5 to 7 days, up in the high 90s, which definitely not what we like to see this time of year when the river's dropping. We like to see the river dropping and the temperatures dropping, but not totally out of our control, right? So what does that mean? That means that, you know, we're probably going to see some warmer water temperatures, you know, especially, you know, by the end of the weekend, and especially in certain parts of the river. Right now it's holding up pretty good. This morning, right here, recording about 61, 62 degrees at 9:30 in the morning. So definitely, if you want to fish the next week and want to fish the river, starting early and getting off, you know, before noon or 1 would probably be highly recommended, at least until the air temperatures, you know, begin to drop, especially as the river continues on its descent into fall fishing mode. Again, you know, protect the fishery, keep the fish wet, keep them in the net. That's a good thing. Good handling practices are good. You know, keep them upright. Make sure they're fully revived before you let them go. One thing, you know, I will tell you that, you know, certain parts of the river get a lot of airflow through them. They get a lot of aquifer water, especially the Farmlands. The Farmlands area gets lots and lots of aquifer water that comes in that's colder. And I've been telling folks this story. Quite a few years ago, there was a professor here at Central Washington University that was doing a study on stoneflies, and they went and drilled several wells well off the river in the Farmlands area, and stuck screens down in the wells, and they would go and check the wells once or twice a week, and when they pulled the screens out, Some days they would find it literally just covered in stonefly nymphs. They put the screens back in, come back and check it a few days later, not a single one. So what they determined by this was that stonefly nymphs were actually using the aquifer water to travel back and forth between the river and the aquifer. So stonefly nymphs were, you know, I can't remember what the distance was, but it was quite a ways off of the river. So the stonefly nymphs were using the aquifer to travel back and forth, which is pretty interesting. I'll dig up the link on our website and put it in the description as well, so you can check that out. There's a ton of information that we've collected over the years on the Yakima. So if you're fairly new to the river, you can dig around in there and use the search bar for what you want to search through the website. That's probably the easiest way to navigate it. And you'll find a ton of information about the river, and hopefully you're able to learn a bunch. So what's going on bug wise? So we are coming into what we consider to be our finest time of the year, September, October, first parts of November. Very, very good fishing. Aquatic bug wise, crane flies. Look what's here on the fly shop window. Short wing stone flies. There'll still be terrestrials around with the warmer temperatures, and towards the end of September, third week or so, October caddis start up, and then blueing olives as well. And then there might be a few other scattered mayflies in there. Some years we have big hatches of light cahills and mahogany duns as well. So it's really a good buggy time of the year to fish the river. The river's down low. Again, it's going to be operating at low capacity this year. So floating the river is going to be tricky for sure. Going to be a lot of obstacles that have been buried underneath the water all summer that'll now be exposed, that you will have to row around, which can make it more difficult for people. You think that there's a lot of accidents in the river when the river's high, and there is, but there's actually more accidents in the river fishing wise when the river gets low, because there's more obstacles that are exposed that the rower has to maneuver around. So keep your head on a swivel, like Aaron likes to say, and you know, I always tell people, if you have any questions about what's coming up, just anchor your boat. Good to tie it off and go down and look and see what's ahead before you once you commit, you're committed to it. So it's good to get out and look and formulate a plan of how to get through, whether you have to walk it through or you know, row through a marginal section of it. You know, will keep you safe and keep your passengers safe as well. So always a good thing. Fish from point A to point B and get back safely. Still a burn ban in effect with how dry everything is. We have had some rain, which has been great, especially for the month of August. Very unusual, but very welcome. But still a burn ban, so if you are camping along the river or camping out in the outskirts of the county, there is a burn ban. You don't want to get a ticket. There's supposed to be a record number of pink salmon coming into the west side rivers through the Puget Sound. I've had lots and lots of people in the fly shop the last week that have been fishing for pink salmon and not having a whole lot of success. Maybe they are just a little late showing up, but salmon and steelhead pouring into the Columbia River, which is great news for the fall. Idaho has intensified their hatchery steel program for their Clearwater rivers and the Salmon River, and still seeing great numbers of them coming over. So fall fishing for steelhead should be really good. At certain times, the Klickitat, the Deschutes, the John Day, the Grand Ron, and then of course the Idaho rivers should be really good, the Clearwater. So that's about all. If you have any questions about the upcoming fishing, stop by the fly shop. Remember, fly shops are the bread and butter of the industry. Not Instagram, not Facebook, not the manufacturer's websites, the pro shops. So if you got a pro shop in your area, stop by. Whether that's on the west side, the east side, the north side, the south side. Support the fly shops. They are the heart and soul of fly fishing. So if you want them around, you got to support them. Until then, everybody, have a great upcoming weekend, and hopefully we'll see you out here on the river.